today's video, I'm going to be doing a review and also a little bit of like a demo session because I recently got this journal from a company called, what do you call it? I think it's called PAPIER. It looks like it says PAPIER. I don't know how they pronounce their company name. Let's just go ahead and unbox this and then can talk more about it. It's already opened because, well, I was impatient, but yeah, I at least just opened this part. Okay, so this is smaller than what I was expecting because I thought it would be like a little bit bigger, but already I really like the what do you call this, the is this the packaging? Yeah. Let's just go ahead and open this. Ooh, wow. I was not expecting it to be this like polished and everything. Okay. So this is the notebook that I got, and as you can see, let me see if you can see that I got my name printed on there. So yeah, like I really like the print. First of all, like I love the colors and how there's fruits and stuff on here. As you know, I love fruits, guys. And I love colors, so this was already a win-win. But the real test is going to be seeing how this paper holds up, because even though it feels really durable and like it doesn't have that cheap feeling, I'm just wondering if it'll actually work with my Ohuhu markers. We'll see if it works. But so far, I really like how it feels, and I also like the vibrancy of the print. But yeah, let's get on into the demo, shall we? Anybody else I'll be good by now. Doesn't really matter, what it really matters is thinking how much you want my love for. Something on the platter, what it really matters is you keep showing up. Promise I'll let you let go. The guy's like mildly italicized. I don't know how to explain this, but he's like at an angle somehow, but it's fine. We're just gonna roll with it, I guess. I have the sketch done, so now I'm gonna try to use these pentel point liners to try to like outline it and stuff. So yeah, hopefully this works. Just finished erasing the lines like from the sketch, and this is what I'm left with. I don't see any damage that was done like once I was erasing, because something that I noticed about this paper is that it doesn't, hold on, let me get an example. Okay, so what I was saying is that this paper, I don't know if it's just because it's in a sketchbook or it's like binded to the notebook. I don't know if that's why it's not doing this, but when I was working on this drawing for my last video, when I was erasing, the paper was really moving around a lot and it felt really thin. I don't know if you all can see that, but it's pretty thin. So comparing that paper to this paper is much thicker. I don't know, so far I'm not too concerned about how the Ohuhu markers will look on this paper, or at least how the paper will hold up, because it seems like it's holding up pretty well. I'm gonna go ahead and put the base layer down, and then I will give you guys my first impressions of it. I just finished putting down the base layer for this guy right here. So let's see how the paper held up. Oh wow. There's barely, there's like nothing on here at all, guys. Looking at the back of this side of the paper, it still feels, it doesn't feel wet, like it just feels cold from the markers, but it doesn't feel wet or anything. It actually feels pretty dry, considering that I kind of went over some areas a couple times, like around the neck and some parts of his arm. The only thing that I'm a little bit weary of is I'm just wondering if I can layer markers on top of each other, like layer colors on top of each other. So I think what I'll do to be safe is I'm just going to keep this behind here just in case there is some bleed through, but so far it looks like this paper is really solid. Please excuse the shirt. I'm about to fix his shirt up because my marker was drying out a little bit, so there was some weird streaks in there. But yeah, this is how the piece came out. I'm honestly really happy with the quality of the paper, first of all, because it made blending out the skin tone really easy. I will say that I was struggling at first to kind of get that smooth gradient look, but over time I was able to achieve it. And also I kind of did mess up his eyes a little bit, but it's okay, it adds to the beauty of the piece. But yeah, I really like how this turned out. I especially like how his freckles kind of replicate the freckles that you find on a banana, and it just shows that beauty comes in all shapes, forms. Yeah. Now let's see how the paper held up. Okay, so the paper still feels pretty sturdy, like it doesn't feel really like loose, wet, and like it's about to rip off or anything, so that's good. Let's see. And also it's very easy to fold the pages back, unlike with some some sketchbooks that I've used in the past, so that's good. This is what the paper that I had behind the paper I was drawing on looks like. So as you can see, there were some slight areas where I went off the page when I was coloring, like with this bottom part with the blues. But then this here, the brown spots, that's from where I was going over his skin tone a couple times just to make sure everything was blended. But if you can tell, up here when I was doing his hair, nothing transferred over. So it just shows that the only way that you'll get a lot of bleed through with this paper is if you go through and do multiple passes, like if you're trying to replicate shading and stuff. But overall, I think that's pretty good. I know you all are probably wondering if I recommend this notebook or if I recommend Papier in general, like the company, for sketchbooks, or if I recommend using any of Papier's products for, you know, traditional art or anything. And the direct answer I would give is yes. The cover of this notebook in itself is very aesthetically pleasing, and it just makes you want to pick up the notebook, you know, and it makes you want to pick it up and draw in it or write in it. And they also have different sketchbook designs that you can get your name personalized onto. It really just depends on what your, I guess, aesthetic is. Regarding the quality of the paper and just the quality of the notebook in general, I really do like this a lot, and I definitely plan, oh, it looks like I got some blue on there. That's okay. But I definitely plan on using this sketchbook. I was so nervous that the sketchbook would just die if I put these alcohol markers on it, but it came out pretty well. That's basically all that I have planned for you guys today. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to do what you gotta do, leave me a comment and stuff, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.